The Star Wars sequel trilogy is all set and ready to end, with Star Wars Episode 9 being directed by J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that I really wanted to go over today that a lot of people are talking about has all to do with a specific actor and what he had to say about his feelings about how he felt with The Last Jedi, the last Star Wars movie as he says, and how it lacks the vision of George Lucas. Now, I do know that a lot of people did not agree with how The Last Jedi went down, how it was done by Disney and Lucasfilm, and the fact that here, alright, we're looking at actor Simon Pegg. He portrayed the character of Unkar Plutt in The Force Awakens. He's also known as being a prequel hater. He really did not like those films, and it seems as though that he's reverting those claims about him hating the films to a certain degree. And this is what he had to say on the Adam Buxton podcast. Very interesting quote here from Simon Pegg. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the full details and the full story, it will be linked below in the description. So Simon Pegg had to say this, and he agrees with a lot of Star Wars fans out there and how they feel. He says, "I must admit, watching the last Star Wars film, the overriding feeling I got when I came out was, I miss George Lucas. For all the complaining that I'd done about him in the prequels, there was something amazing about his imagination. I do feel like his voice is missing from the current ones." And that's what Simon Pegg had to say about The Last Jedi. Now, note that when he said, alright, the overriding feeling I got when I came out was, I miss George Lucas, implying that he did not agree with a lot of elements in The Last Jedi. So looking at everything here, with the way the sequel trilogy has been going, we do know that there are quite a number of inconsistencies in this trilogy due to the fact that there are so many different directors and writers and visions that were changed from certain creators, so many different firings. I mean, it was really all over the place, and I think it would have worked out better if J.J. Abrams had stuck around for Star Wars Episode 8 and then did Episode 9, just do all three movies. I think that at the time, JJ was just so held up with other projects, he didn't want to bother with another Star Wars film. And to me, I don't know, like JJ, you know, he said that he's a true Star Wars fan. If I was a true Star Wars fan, if I was a Hollywood director, I would be hopping right on Episode 8. That would be my next go-to project. But, yeah, looking at Simon Pegg's quote here, very intriguing for sure. He's essentially agreeing with the fans about how they feel about The Last Jedi and the path that this sequel trilogy really is going. And this is why a lot of fans, including myself, are just crossing our fingers that Episode 9 turns out to be the film that stands out from the past two movies. And with George Lucas, you know, we've been hearing that he has some involvement to a certain extent in Episode 9, and will be directing a scene toward the very end of this movie involving Luke. That tells me that Disney and Lucasfilm, I believe, realize the amount of backlash that they are getting, and the feedback that The Last Jedi received, and the fact that maybe, you know, they should give George Lucas a little bit of involvement in the final Skywalker saga film. It's a huge deal. It's a big deal. This is going to be a mega event by Disney and Lucasfilm when it comes to their marketing. They're going to be doing a lot of special things, and I think that I have a funny gut feeling that Episode 9 will be the film that will bring the fans together once more. At least I hope to see that. But anyways, guys, I would love to hear your opinion about all of this below in the comments section. What do you think about Simon Pegg's quote here when he says, "I must admit, watching the last Star Wars film, the overriding feeling I got when I came out was, I miss George Lucas for all the complaining that I'd done about him in the prequels. There was something amazing about his imagination. I do feel like his voice is missing from the current ones." So we've noticed this a lot, right? It's like a lot of fans who did not like the prequels, they're kind of seeing that the prequels at this point, some people do say this, I've seen this. Some people do say that the prequels are now better than what The Last Jedi is. So I would love to hear your comments below. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.